Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk about how to prevent yourself from getting sick. We are in the midst of cold and flu season. They're saying it's like the worst one this year. I know in my office where I work, every single one of my coworkers is sick, and the last 2 weeks, most of my kids, because I work with children, most of my kids have been calling out sick. So I'm like in a germ-infested space, and I'm trying to do everything that I can to stay healthy. And I have a lot of people asking me what I do, how come I haven't gotten sick yet, and there's really no magic formula. I do have a pretty good immune system because I work with children, but there are a few things that I incorporate into my routine specifically during cold and flu season so that I can keep my immune system strong and prevent myself from getting sick. Or if I am starting to get sick, I can maybe slow down the progression or stop it in its tracks completely. So today I'm going to share with you a couple of things that I do to keep myself healthy in cold and flu season. Okay, number one, this is probably my favorite thing for cold and flu season, the neti pot. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. I remember when I first saw it, I was like, the what? It's kind of strange when you first find out what you have to do with it, but it's a nasal wash, right? Just the sound of that is just not so nice. So let's forget that. We'll call it the neti pot. But what you do is you fill this up with water and a little saline solution that comes in the packets in the box. And then what you do is you literally pour this into one nostril like that, and it comes out the other one. So it really like flushes out everything in your sinus and your nasal passages. They call it nasal irrigation, which I guess is another really strange term, but I find it so helpful in clearing out congestion or preventing yourself from getting sick, because a lot of times those germs tend to get up into our noses from breathing in things, and it's really nice to be able to just kind of clean it out. And it's really uncomfortable at first, I will tell you that. It kind of feels like when you were a kid and you were swimming in the pool and you got water up your nose. It stings for a second, but if you just let it flow out, it feels much better. And then when you're done, you have to blow your nose a few times, but I promise it makes a world of difference. So definitely get yourself one of these. The next thing that I love is apple cider vinegar. When I feel like I'm getting sick or I feel a cold coming on, I'll take like a teaspoon and I'll put it in a little bit of water and I'll just chug it for maybe 3 days in a row. Some people say do it every day, but I don't really like it so much. But it's really good because it helps your body protect itself from diseases and from colds and all that sort of thing. So apple cider vinegar is your friend this time of year. Definitely try it if you feel like you're getting sick. Just a little bit in some water. If you don't like the taste, you can mix in some honey with it too. That'll kind of help it out a little bit. Now, if you're like me, when you start to feel a cold coming on, I get pain in my ears and in my throat. So what I do for that is, for the throat, gargle with salt water. So I'll just put a little bit of pink Himalayan salt in my water, in some warm water, and then I'll just gargle it a few times before bed, and usually the next morning my throat feels a lot better. And then for the ear pain, I take about a cap of hydrogen peroxide and a cap of rubbing alcohol, and I just put them together. You pour a little bit in your ear and let it sit for about a minute, and then you do it for the other side too, and you'll hear it like bubbling and fizzing, and it's supposed to help kill bacteria, and I find that it always really helps me. I did that last night and I have no ear pain today. Another thing I incorporate into my routine during the winter is tongue scraping. If you have not heard of tongue scraping and you're like, what? Why in the world would I want to scrape my tongue? It's not as bad as it sounds. It's just a little metal scraper. It kind of, I don't have it right now, it's in the bathroom, but it's kind of like shaped like a little U, and you just scrape the top of your tongue first thing in the morning, and it's really kind of gross what comes off of it. So once you start doing it, you really want to keep doing it because you're like, I don't want that staying on my tongue all day. So it's really good for clearing away bacteria. It's actually good for your digestive system, even though it's only for your tongue. Another thing I love to do this time of year, well, any time of year really, let's be honest, is salt baths. But specifically when you feel like you're coming down with something, or when you're just fighting off something, it's so nice to soak in a bath with some Epsom salts. It's even nice to put a little bit of baking soda in there too. It's really good to relax your muscles, to draw out toxins from your body. It's good for you to sweat. So definitely look into taking some salt baths. Get yourself a big box of Epsom salts. You can even get that at like the local drugstore. Put some essential oils in there, make it nice, light some candles, and you're good to go. The last thing I'm going to talk about is not actually something that I do, but it's something that I hear other people swear by. Okay, so I did it once and I did not like it. It's garlic. So a lot of people say garlic is antiviral, antifungal, and it's so good if you're getting sick. to just like pop a piece in your mouth and chew it. I don't know, I tried it and I had to spit it out. It was just way too spicy for me. Maybe if you mixed it with a little bit of honey and just took it like a shot and been done with it, then maybe that might be a little bit better. So it's something that I can't personally vouch for, but a lot of people swear by it. So taking some garlic when you feel like you're getting sick. Just be sure to like brush your teeth really good afterwards, because you're gonna be tasting garlic for like a long time. A couple of other things I do almost on a daily basis is I eat fermented foods this time of year. I love kimchi. It's one of my favorite foods. I have it pretty much every morning with my breakfast, and it's just fermented vegetables. It's carrots and cabbage, and it really tastes delicious. It's so good for your gut health and for your immune system. If you also like kombucha, that's a really good way to keep your immune system and your gut health in check. So those are my tips. I hope that was really helpful. If you do feel like you're getting sick, take care of yourself. Do these things on a regular basis to prevent yourself from getting sick. But if you feel like it's starting to happen, get extra rest, drink lots of warm fluids, you know, all the stuff that they always say. It's not rocket science, but there is no cure for the common cold. So we have to kind of do our part to make sure that we stay healthy this year. So if you are new to this channel, please hit subscribe, like, comment if you have any questions. As always, you can head back to bloomandspark.com for more tips and wellness inspiration. Bye!